Hello, and welcome to for Your Abundant Life Plan with Darlene. I'm so excited that you can join me this evening and see how I make these wonderful zucchini pizza boats. I don't know about you, but one of the things that I have always loved has been pizza. And on the anti-inflammatory plan, pizza is not a good thing. So I found kind of a workaround. Is it exactly like pizza? No, but it is a very close second. Um, Mostly because all of the flavors are there except for the yeast bread. So I was excited when I found this, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. It's a wonderful little treat. It isn't something that we do often because on the anti-inflammatory plan, which we follow pretty closely because of our circumstances and our health, mainly my autoimmune disease, and Larry has an autoimmune disease as well, and we both have a tendency to have pain from inflammation in our bodies, in our joints, and things like that. So it's very important that we watch our food intake closely. But occasionally something like this is a real treat. But I have found a few things that I do to change it up a bit than what I used to do when I used to make homemade pizza from fresh bread and all of the ingredients that we all love, the fat filled cheese and all of the fat in the pepperoni and the fat in the ham and the fat in the hamburger. And now I use lean ingredients. Now, the reason I don't eat this very often is because it does have some processed meats in it. One being, but this is a little better than what we normally eat. I choose now the Hormel turkey pepperoni, and it's 70% less fat. It is a lot less calories than the regular pepperoni and a healthier choice. But like I said, the true anti-inflammatory plan does not allow this stuff because you're not supposed to have any processed meats at all. No lunch meat, nothing, nothing, no lean ham, no hot dogs, even if they are fat free, nothing like that. But we do allow ourselves an occasional treat just because if you adhere strictly to something for a long period of time, meaning the rest of your life, uh, you are doomed to fail to the lust of the flesh. And I don't want to do that. So I want to be able to enjoy things that we actually loved and do it in a healthier way. So and therefore we don't do it very often, but it is a good treat. We may have this once a month. So this is what I wanted to show you first. My next thing that I choose is Great Value Honey Ham. This is 97% fat-free lean ham. It is the very thing that I use to make our lunch sandwiches whenever we do have a lunch sandwich. And again, I don't do that very often. Probably about once a week, we will have a sandwich made out of this. So it isn't something that I do daily. So, but you find what works for you and make yourself comfortable. And at the same time, live healthy, eat healthy, make wise choices. If you can't find this, because believe me, it sells out very quickly at Walmart, especially here at our local Walmart, because it seems that everyone, this is their go-to. The next best is the Hillshire Farms 97% fat-free ham. I will buy that if this is unavailable because you can normally find the Hillshire Farms 97% fat-free. So this is the next alternative. All right, and then this is something I want to show you. This is fat-free, great value brand mozzarella cheese. Now, you know a pizza isn't a pizza without good cheese, but this is a very close alternative. We do use this only when we make this. I normally don't eat a lot of cheese, but occasionally when I make these, I have this. But I keep this in the freezer because it doesn't last real long in just the refrigerator. So I don't use it often enough to keep it out. So this happens to be a new bag, but whatever I have remaining, I will put in the freezer so that I can have this again in about a month. So there's that. The next thing I'm going to show you is this is ground sirloin. You can use ground sirloin or ground round. Those are the two lean meats of hamburger that I use. You can also use venison. The key here is low fat. And I'm not talking about just with pizza, but all of your meats should be low to no fat. That's why I suggest chicken breast and chicken tenders. If you eat turkey, eat turkey breast. Uh, the dark meat is uh, much fatter and not as healthy as the white meat. And like I said the other day, I do eat pork loin. So those are our base ingredients. Now the sauce that I use is actually Prego, no sugar added. So it can be a little tangy. So to our spaghetti sauce for these, I usually add a little packet of stevia. So you know me and stevia, it's just about goes in just about everything. But it really helps when you're buying sugar free and you still don't want that really wild sour taste of tomatoes. So I did add my packet of stevia to my spaghetti sauce. Now, another tip that I do with my spaghetti sauce is I do buy the big jars because they are more economical. You know, I'm very mindful of our budget, so it's best to buy in large quantities if you can, when you can. And this is not very much pizza sauce, if you look, or spaghetti sauce. I use spaghetti sauce. So the rest of it, I just leave in the jar and take it out as I need it. I leave it in the jar and put it in the freezer, and then I just take out what I need when I need it, and then it goes right back in the freezer. That way, you got it, and it's handy, and you don't have to let it ruin. I'm not one for letting my food waste. And I need to run and get a knife. That's the only thing here in my little kit that I prepared that I forgot. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I have my knife and I'm going to drop the camera down so you can see what we're doing. Okay, you're going to want to cut the zucchini lengthwise. And that can be a little difficult sometimes. I never have been able to get these things perfect. Okay, that's good enough for that one. That one seemed to be a little more cooperative, so hopefully it'll continue to cooperate with me. Alrighty, there are those. Slide one around and slide this one around. That way they'll be easier to work with. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is get a spoon and take out my seeds. And I forgot my spoon as well. Okay. You're going to want a spade. You don't, necessarily have to take out the seeds, but I like to have a place to put all my good toppings, and this helps give you some room. So it's a good idea to take out your seeds. If you don't, everything's just going to fall off. So it's just best to do it like this. Okay, there's one ready. And I do hope you try this because it may not look the best, but I'm telling you, it is very, very similar to the taste of pizza. And this just really excited me the first time I tried this because I had really missed pizza because that's one of my very favorite things. Before this is all over with, you're going to learn all kinds of little things about me and the things that I enjoy and the things that I love to do and the things that I love to eat. And, it's all about getting to know one another. We're here. We're putting our life out there for everybody to see, but, that's okay. It's love does that. We make ourselves vulnerable. So this is what you get. I'm a hillbilly at heart and honestly wouldn't change a thing. One more to go. As you can see, it's fairly easy to take out the seeds and prep these to get. I had already washed these and cut the end off, so they were. This is just I just wanted you to see that you needed to do this. But everything else, I kind of prepped ahead of time because I know I've learned by experience already that long videos don't go too well. So we're going to try to make this as quick and easy as it can be. Like I said, I did add a little packet of stevia to my topping, so it helps. It helps with the taste a little bit. And you just put a thin layer down on each one, not a whole lot, just enough to. It's more for taste than it is anything else, because you want it to taste as much like pizza as you can. And my pizza always had sauce, so that's why we do this. Okay, one more. And as you can see, it don't take a whole lot to go on them, and it just enough to add a little flavor. All right. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of cheese now because I like it right on top of my sauce, and I also like it on the very top. So, but you'll be able to see I don't add a lot of cheese because even though it's fat free, it's still pretty high in calories. So you don't want 45 calories per a quarter cup. That isn't horrible, but you want to just maintain as, like I said, I'm still in the, hopefully, prayerfully, still in the weight loss part of this plan. So I have about 5 more pounds I would like to lose. Everybody keeps trying to tell me to stop, but I would like to maintain at about 5 pounds less than I am now. That would put me back at the weight that I was when Larry and I first married. So never thought I'd ever see that again. So this is like a miracle to me. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put the ground sirloin next. I I actually cooked this in the microwave because it was too small of amount to put in a big skillet. So I just cooked it in the microwave, and I put salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic on my sirloin. And as you can see, you don't need a whole lot. It's looking like pizza. I'm telling you, it's really really good. I hope you get to try this. Everybody's like, I talked about. I actually took some of these to Sam Branch Worship Center for our Christmas dinner, but I made the little tiny appetizer sliced in rings. But it's the same recipe, same principle. So some of the ones that tried those enjoyed them. I don't think too many people got to try them, but those that did seemed to enjoy them. So that was a blessing. All right. And I have 16 of the slices of turkey pepperoni in the bowl here and 4 slices of the lean ham. So I don't put a whole lot on here, just enough to where you can have a little bit of the flavor. And what I have left over, if I have anything left over, I'll just pop in a little baggie and put it in the freezer so it'll be ready for the next time I fix them. But usually I have found that this is about the amount that I like to use. So like I said, this was just 4 slices of the ham, which is actually considered a one serving. So that's not too bad. And then, like I said, I used 16 slices of the turkey pepperoni, which would come out to 4 per each one. But then I chop them up so that you have a little bit more of the flavor throughout. And I don't think I'm going to need all of this, so I'm going to just put it in a little baggie and pop it in the freezer. And we'll use the rest of it next time. Okay, now this is finely diced red pepper. Red pepper is the very best that you can use in an anti-inflammatory diet. Red pepper has a lot more vitamin C, and it's higher in the anti-inflammatory properties than the green peppers. Green peppers are okay, but these are by far the best, and this is all I use now is just red peppers. And I put these in so many of my dishes. And a lot of times I try to keep a bag of celery, baby carrots, and red peppers cut up in the refrigerator at all times because if we get hungry between the 3 meals that we eat a day, we like to we like to snack on vegetables. So now, to me, you can't get too many peppers on here, so you might think I'm going to load these up really heavy, but it's more about the benefit of the pepper than it is anything else. And these are kind of sweet, so it really helps with the taste of the pizza. And so that's a really good thing too. And if I don't use it all, I will put it in my next dish soon or pop it in the freezer. Because it looks like I'm going to have a little bit of it left too. And that's okay. Okay, and this is finely diced sweet onion. Okay, that's about all of the toppings that I put on these. But you can put whatever toppings you like on yours. Just because this is what I put on mine doesn't mean that's what you have to put on yours. So you just make yourself happy and put what you want on yours. Okay, I'm going to top these with some cheese, and then I'm going to put them in the oven. I've got the oven preheating at 450, and these usually need to bake for about 10 minutes. What I'm going to do is put these in the oven. I'm going to pause the camera because I want to keep this as short as I can, and because I've learned that the longer these videos are, people don't like to watch them. So we want to have it to where everybody is happy and everybody gets to see the very things that they need, and they don't have to sit here and listen to me dribble on about things that they ain't worried about. So let me get these ready to go in the oven. Now all I did here was I put some foil down, and I actually put a tiny bit of olive oil on here so that they wouldn't stick. And then we're going to pop these right in the oven. Don't those look good, y'all? Just wait till you see them all browned up and ready to eat. Looks like pizza to me. And believe it or not, it tastes like pizza. It truly does. It tastes like pizza. You don't realize that it's zucchini at all. Okay, I'm going to go pop these in the oven, and I will show you the finished product as soon as they get done. Okay, guys, it's been about 12 minutes since I paused the video, and these are almost ready to come out of the oven. They're looking really good. But I want you to see what they look like when they're completely finished and ready to eat. So I'm going to give it just a second or two more, and we'll take these out of here, and we'll enjoy these this evening. And I hope that you'll be able to give this recipe a try, and hope your family enjoys it as well. It's a great alternative to the loaded fat and calorie pizza that we all have been so accustomed to, but it's still really good. It's something that I truly enjoy, and I hope you will too. Almost, it's almost done. Usually, I think they take about 13 to 14 minutes in my convection oven at 450 degrees. So you can play around with yours, and when they look like they're just a little bit brown on top, and because really everything on them is done other than the peppers and onions, and I like my peppers and onions where they're still just a tiny bit crunchy, so it doesn't take long for this to cook. It's almost ready. One thing real quick I want to share with you. The other morning when I shared the refrigerator oatmeal, um, you can put cinnamon in that, and the last two times we had it, I have put cinnamon in it, and that reminded me that I need to talk to you about our cinnamon. So hold on one second. Everything that we eat, there's good and bad varieties of each. After much research, and I knew that cinnamon was healthy, but I also knew that there was differences in cinnamon depending on where it's grown and how it's processed. And I wanted to share with you, this is the cinnamon that we buy. It's called I forget how you pronounce it, CEYLON, True Cinnamon. And I get this, actually buy this online. It's probably available in your health food stores as well, but it is the best cinnamon that you can buy for your health. And again, it's CEYLON, True Cinnamon. Now you can go to their website. It's just CeylonTrueCinnamon.com. It's this, like I said, I usually get this online, and this lasts me quite a while. But when I put it in my oatmeal, I put 1 teaspoon in for the entire pint. So that gives us a half a teaspoon each, which is a very good recommended daily intake of cinnamon, and it's for your health. Okay, guys, they're done. We're going to take these out of here, and I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like. All right. Let's drop this camera down so you can see what I've done. All right, there they are. I'll bring this over to the camera and maybe we'll get a better view. Okay, that's what the finished product looks like. You can see the cheese is just very lightly browned. They are done. Everything looks really good, and I'm going to go ahead and serve them up. And we're going to enjoy our little pizza boats this evening. Now, like I said, I put a little bit of olive oil on here because, you know, these things have a tendency to stick if you don't, because you got cheese and all kinds of things that can really make it easy for these things to stick. But these seem to be doing pretty good since I coated the foil with aluminum foil. And there you have it. Alrighty. Let me back these up here a little bit and you can see what they look like. Alright, there they are, finished product for me and my husband. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this recipe on zucchini pizza boats. I hope you give it a try. You will not be disappointed. I promise you, you will love these. Thank you for watching. And I hope that you have learned something watching these videos that would help you prepare for your abundant life. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful evening.